Junior Ambassador Program since August in the retreat. I know lots of the pictures there are up from the retreat, and they've been instilling in our young people ever since, right? We brought in some Toastmasters. I'm looking around the stage, but we had some professional Toastmasters to actually lead our session. So, as I said, it's not like it's a YBLA thrown together or anything. We brought professional speakers in to work with our youth in this space. So I'm excited about it. Let me get off the stage and get us underway. I'm going to bring up Coach Jamal as he's going to tell us about the prepared speeches. Junior ambassadors, one person from every team for the first round. Come up and take the seats, please, here. Who's ever first for your prepared speech? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please come here and take your seats as Coach Jamal comes and takes the stage. Come on up, Coach Jamal. They are seated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next 5 get prepared. Coach Jamal.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Man, that was weak. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Good. All right. I am Coach Jamal Newton. I'm 1/3 of the coaching staff here at YBLA, and I'm extremely excited to talk to you guys today about our prepared speech. Before we talk about the prepared speech, parents, I want you guys to give your ambassadors a hand. These ambassadors have truly put in the work, truly put in the time, and truly have dedicated themselves to becoming Toastmasters certified. So right now we're going to go over round one. Round one is our prepared speech. So here are the rules for the prepared speech. So for the prepared speech, they have 2 minutes to give us a speech that they have already prepared. 90 seconds to 2 minutes. At 90 seconds, they will see a green card. The green card will let them know that they're good. They're at the 90-second mark. Okay? At the 1 minute and 45-second mark, they will see a yellow card. The yellow card is going to let them know that, hey, 1 minute 45, you're coming close on that 2 minutes. Once they get to the 2 minutes and over, that's when they'll see the red card. The red card is just there to let them know that you have reached your 2 minutes. And if you guys go past the 2 minutes and you see the red card and you are making a statement, please finish your statement. All right? We want to hear from you guys. We want you guys to finish strong. You're starting strong, finish strong, okay? You guys excited?
Yes.
You guys don't sound excited. Are you all excited? There you go. So, the first person I'm going to bring up to the stage, first ambassador, is an ambassador that I am very proud of. I've had the pleasure of working with him since day one. He is going to blow you guys away. I guarantee that. First up, YBLA.
Greetings, you all. My name, YBLA. If it weren't for my mother, who immigrated here from Honduras almost half a century ago, conquering culture shock, overcoming 3 language barriers, and braving the unknown United States, still smiling in the face of the greatest possible adversity, I would not have been able to tell you that. My mother moved here from Honduras to a town in rural Oklahoma so long ago, wherein she shared a home with her sisters. And she was about high school age at the time, and growing up in OK, constantly found herself ostracized and othered. In high school, she couldn't fit in with the Black people because she wasn't from there, and she couldn't fit in with the Hispanic people, even though she spoke Spanish, because she was Black. And on top of that, she had to deal with the culture shock from moving to an entirely different country. So things were really difficult for her. And just in order to get by, the virtues which she had to teach herself are exactly the things that she happened to instill in me as a kid. Because of her, I've been able to face adversity unwavering. I've been able to be accepting of views and lifestyles different than my own. And I've learned that mistakes or missed opportunities do not have to translate into character traits. Above all, she's taught me to take my circumstances seriously. Because once this is gone, it's gone. No matter what your circumstances may be, no matter if you think of if they're the worst in the world, you still can't take what you have for granted. My mother came out of nowhere, out of the jungles of Central America. Now she has family living in more than 3 different countries, speaks 4 different languages, and is carrying a middle-class American family of 5 on her back. And she still looks 20. Understand, my mother is living proof that greatness allows no room for self-pity. My audience, I encourage you all to place bets on the future and act what you wish for into existence, and trust that your principle, your virtue, will guide you wherever you are. Thank you.
I told y'all he was gonna blow your way.
Way to open up.
Yeah, I need to turn his mic
Great
up.
job, my boy. Great job. All right. So the next ambassador that I have the privilege of introducing to you guys.
Mhm.
Okay. That was, man, our boy. Did your thing, man. Did your thing. Great job. Great job. Get the judges at one time. All right, judges. Good. All right, cool. So the next young woman that I'm going to bring up is a young woman that I had the pleasure of working with this semester. She is part of my Toastmasters team. Very, very bright young woman. Very hardworking. Times where she would have work, rush home to get on the Toastmaster session. She know who I'm talking about. She's over here laughing. So I'm going to bring up to you guys Anaya
You
Bell.
got it done.
All right.
Good morning.
Morning.
I am Anaya Bell, Junior Ambassador, and I will be giving a speech
I gotta turn it
as
up.
to why I feel my generation will do positive things for the future in the world. Being a teenager isn't easy, but then again, most things in life aren't, especially in my generation. But sometimes you gotta just do it. We shy away from the standards, we start young, we dream big, we just do it. We strive to do better as we make an impact on our opportunities. We bring future and we allow ourselves to do better as we grow bigger and we grow stronger. But that's not where we stop. We allow ourselves to open our minds and our hearts and begin to accept people that come into our lives. As we make our mark, we move stronger, we move faster, we move harder. And we don't stop there. We bring our fellow teammates, cohorts, co-workers, and people that are around us with us. We push along. We don't stop where we do the bare minimum. We go stronger, we go bigger, we go harder. We do what we need to do to make our mark. And best believe, I make my mark regardless. As we push for success, we do what we need to do. And I want you to know, the people that achieve success are the ones who don't know that failure is never inevitable. So I want you to think to yourself, what do you do to leave your mark on the future? And think long and hard, because it's something that affects us every day. Thank you.
We awake now. Check. Good. All right, we good. Give the judges a second to go ahead and score that great speech by Anaya Bell. Great job, Anaya. Great job.
That's what we work on.
Okay.
All right. Good. Great job, Anaya. So the next ambassador that I'm going to be bringing up to the stage is another ambassador that I've had the pleasure of working with. She is one half of the Powell Twins. Phenomenal softball player, Sydney Powell.
morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Sydney Powell and I am on Team 5. I would like to start this off with one simple question. Who here thinks they have the best mom in the world? Good, because so do I. My mom has shaped and molded me into the person I am today, and I don't know where I would be without her. Because of the lessons she's taught me all throughout the years, she is the most influential person to me. She has taught me the lessons of perseverance, being supportive, and the key to happiness. First, perseverance. My mom came here from the Philippines just when she was 13 years old with her 5 other siblings, her mom and her dad. She has had to work hard for every opportunity she has had in life. She has taught me and my brother and fought so hard to have and give us a better position than what she had when she was younger. Second of all, support. My mom has been so supportive all throughout my life. She's the epitome of a team player. If me and my brother ever forget anything, she's there bringing it to us. If we need support, she's there giving it to us. She is the backbone of our family, and we would not know what to do without her. Last of all, the key to happiness. When I was younger, I have moved from Indiana to Connecticut to Virginia to North Carolina, back to Connecticut, and back to North Carolina. Moving a lot has caused a lot of chaos in my life, but one of my sole comforts was my mom and my family. Because my dad was away working and providing for her family, my mom, who's also working, was at home and staying with us. And so, just because I don't say it as much as I should, Mom, your hard work does not go unnoticed, and I love you so much. Thank you.
Great job, Sydney. Great job. All right, I'll let the judges record that score, sorry. Ambassadors, remember that when you come up, please announce what team you're on as well, okay? Everybody good? Great job. Ain't no love like mama love, ain't that right? Ain't no love like mama love. So, next ambassador that I have the pleasure to bring up is another ambassador that I worked with this semester. She is a very bright young woman, and I'm extremely excited to see what she has in store for us today. And that young woman is Kendall Frierson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kendall Frierson, and I am on Team 4. I'm a junior at South Lake High School, and my school district, CMS, created a new attendance policy this year. This new policy states that any student with 10 or more unexcused and excused absences are at risk of failing the class unless they attend 45 minutes of attendance recovery per absence after school. This new policy has received significant negative feedback from both students and parents. The reason being is that it is punishing students for things that are usually completely outside of their control. For instance, a close friend of mine had COVID a week before midterms. This week that she missed would have required 4 hours of attendance recovery. This was difficult because the class in question was going to end right after midterms. Thankfully, she was able to waive these hours with a doctor's note. But what about the students with no doctor's note? If a student is unable to recover the required amount of hours for absences that were supposed to be excused, what then? These are a couple of common concerns that have been raised as a result of this new policy. Another is, what if a student fails a class simply because they were unable to attend attendance recovery? What if a student is unable to stay after school because of inadequate access to transportation? A lot more students than you may think depend on their schools for transportation. In fact, 74% of CMS students are registered bus riders. Now, in no way am I denying the fact that students giving class is not a problem, but this is not a solution. I'm sure that the usual disciplinary actions such as ISS and detention are getting old, but disciplining the entire student population for the actions of some is not a solution either. For the students that agree, instead of shying away, let's take advantage of leadership positions so that our voices can be heard. For students and parents, spam your school's email or even the district board. Do whatever it takes because we deserve to have a say in the policies that affect us. Thank you.
Great job, Kendall. Great job. We actually have a policy. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia. We have a policy very similar to that. So it's really crazy to hear like the parallels and similarities between the Georgia school system and the school systems here in Charlotte. So great job, Kendall. Great job. So last but not least, I'd like to bring up a young woman that I've also worked with. She wasn't on my Toastmasters team, but I still work with her in many capacities. Great young woman. I'm pretty sure that she's gonna have, not pretty sure, but I'm very sure that she's gonna have something great in store for you guys. Alasia Murray.
That's gonna work.
Good morning, everyone. I am Alasia Murray, and I am on Team 2. Now, imagine if you were only being raised by your fun parent. You know, the laid-back parent that kind of lets you do whatever you want. What kind of person would you be? Would you be the exact same person you are today, or would you be completely different? If I was raised by my dad versus my mom, I know I would be a completely different person than I am today. Our parents are our biggest influence, and they set the foundation to our lives. My mom set the strongest foundation she could all by herself. She started telling me right from wrong since September 13, 2005. I was born September 12th, 2005. With my mom playing the role as the fun parent and the strict parent, but more so on the strict side, she made sure to install good morals and good goals in me ever since I was young, such as always putting my best foot forward and to never be scared to take the most challenging classes, even if I'll be the only Black person in the room. She also made sure to always let me know to always be kind to others because you never know who you might run into and you never know who they might know. As I said, our parents are our biggest influence, and I'm just glad I was blessed with a mom that had all the knowledge to influence me in the right direction. My mom is the reason why I am the smart, intelligent, young Black woman that I am today. Now, I asked you a question about a minute ago. What kind of person would you be if you were only being raised by your fun parents? Now, I know the answer will probably vary from ambassador to ambassador, but I'm curious as to what the parents might think. And I don't want to start anything, but if your child was only being raised by your significant other, would your child still be the same, or would they be the complete opposite? Thank you.
Check. There we go. Great job, Ms. Murray. I'm praying to God that my daughter thinks that I'm the fun parent, but at the same time, you know. All right. So, as you guys see, we have another 5 that's up. This next 5, the first one that I'm going to present to you guys is a young man who I'm gaining so much respect for. A young man who has truly showed great growth from day one to today, and not just as a person or his height, because he's definitely tall, but I'm talking about overall it's his confidence. That person is Shamar Lindo.
Good morning, everyone. I am Shamar Lindo, and
It's all. It's another handheld up there.
do you know that if you miss more than 10 days of school, excused or unexcused, you fail the class? I believe this rule is not right, and I feel like it's unjust, and it does not do justice to students. My friends have been affected by this. Like, I know friends and family have been affected by this all across CMS. There's many students who have been talking about this in class also. I've been saying, like, this rule is not correct. It's not benefiting students. They're not doing justice to each other. And there are many reasons to why this rule should not exist, and I'll be listing a few today. One reason is that many students come to school sick or injured, and I don't think anybody should be putting their health at stake just to show up at school. And there are many reasons to why that's the thing. For example, my friend came to school and he was extremely sick, and he was at home worried about missing more than 10 days. He wouldn't miss any more days. He decided to come to school. And he was in my class, and that caused me to get sick. And I missed more than 10 days, and I had to do recovery for an amount of time. And that affected me in a negative way. My mom was extremely mad at me most of the time when it comes to grades and stuff. So. And another thing is, people should not have to put their time of grieving on hold just to attend school. I mean, no human being should be doing that. Be worried about their mental health. And for example, I love my grandmother to death. Like, I would do anything for her, talk to her any amount of time. And she lives in Jamaica. She lives that's far, far away from me. And if she were to get sick or hurt, something would happen to her, and I had to choose between not attending school and missing them 10 days and going to visit her, I would go visit her. Honestly, I would miss the 10 days, but that would involve missing 10 days and then risking my grades dropping and missing classes. And this would make me extremely sad, and I feel like no one should have to do this. And in conclusion, I think no student should have to attend school for these reasons. And thank you.
All right, cool. Can everybody hear me? Yes. There we go. They took the FBI mic up off of me. They gave me the regular old handheld mic. Great job, Shamar. Great job. So this young man wasn't in my Toastmasters, but he was on one of my teams last semester. This young man is one of the most charismatic, one of the most lively young men that I know. He's over here smiling right now because he knows exactly who I'm talking about. This young man is Logan Anderson. Logan.
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? Yes. I am Logan Anderson. Hope y'all having a great day. IDC. I don't care. Parents, I know you have heard your child say that. And mom and dad, I know you probably heard me say it more than most. But over time, generations have developed and evolved as well as our surroundings. And what any generation goes through affects their outcome. Specifically, my generation has experienced things such as the development of modern day technology, gun violence, COVID-19, the list goes on. But also, I feel like my generation has succumbed to ways of apathy. If you don't know what that means we tend to not care about important things like school, our future, and even other people. And that is so, so dangerous in and of itself. And that is one reason I am so, so glad to be a part of YBLA, where I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals, people who do care. And I am very lucky, but I feel as though everybody is not as lucky to be surrounded by people who do care. That is why I feel like my generation, one thing we can change is we can care. We can simply do this by changing something, being a part of something. But no matter what that thing is, make sure it is making an impact in your community. And I know it's not easy. I know it's just me saying something. But maybe if we all take it into effect into our daily lives, we can make an impact. And we are here such a short amount of time compared to the span of all human life. So go make it worth it. Thank you.
Great job, Logan. Great job. I'm glad to know that you care. Glad to know that. All right, so Team two. Remember, ambassadors are not tell everybody what team you're on, okay? So your name, team number. Got it? All right, so this next young lady that I have the pleasure to bring up is a young lady that I have been working with, and she is coming all the way from Virginia. All the way from Virginia. She has been one of the most dedicated ambassadors, making sure that she doesn't miss cohorts, not missing huddle meetings. And this woman is also a student athlete. So I'm very proud of her for dedicating her time and giving her effort to YBLA. Ms. Maya Brantley.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am Maya Brantley, and I'm on Team 3. A mother is she who can take the place of all others, but whose place no one else can take. Cardinal Mary Lloyd. I asked 20 people in my class who the most influential person in their life was. Only 5 said somebody other than their mother. I am no different from the rest of my classmates when I say that my mother is the most influential person in my life. First, influence means to have the effect on the character, development, and growth of somebody. My mother has had an effect on every aspect of my life. From pushing me to do things that I didn't think I could do, to giving me that mom look when I do something I know I probably shouldn't have done, and to praising me like a Black woman in church when I do something I should do. She's my #1 fan on and off the court. And that's why she's the most influential person in my family. But also, she's the greatest influence on who I want to become. She was the first in her family to go to college. She worked hard in college to become a lawyer. And out of all of the cases that she had, she's only lost 1 case. She's been in the military for 19 and a half years and just recently got promoted to colonel. Last but not least, she is my greatest influence, and there's a saying that says, a mother's love is unconditional. But I think everything that a mother does for a child is unconditional, but especially the influence she has on me and the influence all mothers have on all their children. And I just want to thank her, and I love you, Mom. She's
Once again, like I said, Mama love. Mama's love is like nobody else's love. All right, so this next young woman that let me go ahead and let the judges tally up these scores real quick. Let them tally them up. All right, while the judges are tallying these scores up, let me just go ahead and introduce the next young woman that is going to be blessing us on the stage today. This is another commuter, another person who does not live in the Charlotte area. I believe she lives in Greensboro. There we go. I don't know anything about North Carolina, so I'm going with it. Greensboro. Not sure how far that is, but it sounds like it's not that close to here. This young woman, even though she's quiet, her presence is definitely felt. Definitely felt. And I'm very excited to hear what she has in store for us. Kyla Cook.
Good morning, everyone. I am Kyla Cook, and I'm on Team 4. Now, I know most of you know about cancel culture. Some of you have probably even participated in it. Cancel culture is defined as the frequent public pile-on that criticizes a person, business, movement, or idea. The term canceling was first originated in the 1981 breakup song titled Your Love is Canceled by the music group Chic. But the term reemerged into cancel culture in 2017 as celebrities were being canceled for their problematic actions and statements. 2020 was a huge year for the cancel culture movement because as cancellations increased, there was less controversy over the people and the actions being canceled. This was the year that you saw everyone's true colors, from the Black Lives Matter movement and the murder of George Floyd to the COVID-19 pandemic. Celebrities weren't the only ones being canceled anymore. It moved to people like Karens, whose harassments could no longer be hidden from the public eye. Now, don't get me wrong, cancel culture definitely has its benefits as it holds people accountable for their problematic behaviors, but it has also come to a disadvantage to some. For example, on August 26th of 2016, former NFL San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem as a sign of protest against police brutality and racial inequality. The NFL canceled him by not allowing him to play in any more games. His career was over. They deemed that his kneeling was disrespectful to the American flag and the military. This caused an uproar throughout the nation. For those who agreed, and those who didn't. In conclusion, I don't believe that cancel culture was intended to be so toxic, but more of holding people accountable and learning from your past mistakes to make a better future. By giving people grace and room to grow from these mistakes, we can hope for a more compassionate and understanding society. Thank you.
Thank you
Turn
so
that one
much,
on.
Kyla, for that amazing speech. Last but not least, while I'm letting the judges tally up their scores, let me go
It should
ahead
be a
and
green light.
tell you about this young man that I had the pleasure of bringing up. This young man, I like to call what he has a quiet confidence. And I say it's a quiet confidence because even though he may not say a lot, he carries himself in a very dignified way. And I truly, truly admire this person. He's shaking his
I
head
think he
like
just
no,
turned it
but
back off. I think he just turned it back off.
trust me, I see it. I for sure
He's
see
gonna
it.
use it, right?
I'd like to bring up to the stage Mr. Jordan Jefferson.
Come on, Georgia.
Did you know that 10 absences can cause you to fail a class at CMS, even if they're excused? This doesn't take other circumstances into consideration. It forces sick or unwell people to come to school, and it is a failure is a waste of your time in GPA. I am Jordan Jefferson from Team 1, and this is why we should change the 10 absences rule. My first reason is because this doesn't take other circumstances into consideration. You could be sick or have to deal with a family emergency, but attending to those issues will cause you to be penalized by the 10 absences rule. My second reason is it forces sick or unwell people to come to school so they can avoid building up absences. For example, my friend from high school, they had to show up to school even though there was a death in their family, causing them to miss their funeral. During this time, they were unable to focus in class and they refused to talk to teachers or admin. My third reason is because a failure is a waste of your time in GPA. A semester is 90 days long, and failing that for missing 11% of that is harsh, especially considering, depending on your class, there are many days in high school where you sit in class and you do nothing. In conclusion, this rule is a problem because it doesn't take other circumstances into consideration. It forces sick or unwell people to come to school, and a failure is a waste of your time in your GPA. A solution to this problem could be to only have the 10 absences rule apply to unexcused absences, so people who are dealing with real issues can have real time to balance their school and home life. Thank you.
I got a package that was delivered by Amazon. Here? Yeah, it's outside of the clubhouse. Thank you.
Great job, Jordan. Great job.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move along in the program and get to this next young woman who is on my Toastmasters team. She is, best word I can use is mighty. Say, best word I can use is mighty. Another word that I can use is a firecracker. Definitely a fiery spirit, but a sweet person to be around. I'm talking about Quinlan Sims.
Good morning, everybody. How are you all today? You look beautiful. Thank you. I'm Quinlan Sims, and I'm from Team 2. The journey to becoming who we are is heavily influenced by the people and environment around us. But have you ever wondered which people have had the biggest influence on the person you are or are becoming? I will be telling you today about the person that has had the biggest influence in my life. Many people have had a big influence in my life, but the person that has had the biggest influence would have to be my mother. My mother is the most loving, compassionate, strong-willed, hardworking person that I know. She's never let any of her experiences demotivate her. Instead, she uses them as motivation to do and to be better. She continuously learns from them, and she's taught me to do the very same. She's instilled so much confidence in me from such a young age that I truly believe I can do anything I want in life, no matter what obstacles may present themselves. I have watched my mother go back to school to get her master's and bachelor's degree, continue thriving in her career, and take care of my brother and I at the very same time. Watching her grind, her intelligence, her grace, and her determination. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You got this.
Has truly inspired me, and I hope to one day be as successful as she is. I am growing up to be a confident and dedicated young woman because of my mother, and there are not enough words to express my gratitude. All I can say is that I truly love, respect, and appreciate her. Thank you.
There we go. Quinlan got mothers and ambassadors in this thing crying.
Sorry, I just opened it up. You good.
That's how you move the crowd right there, Quinlan. That's how you move the crowd. Great job, great job. So this next young woman that I am going to be bringing up is a tennis star, an overall great young woman who I have a lot of respect for. I haven't had a chance to have her on my Toastmasters teams or any of my other teams, but I've definitely had my chances to talk to her and get to know her. I'm truly, truly proud of her. Madison Hill.
Good morning. I am Madison Hill, and I am on Team 1. People influence people. When you take a look around at culture and within yourself, pretty much everything is influenced by something or someone else. Since most of us are around our families the most, I would say it's a fair assumption that our families have the most influence on who we are today. You know that saying, you become who you hang around? Well, it's taken me a long time to understand what that means, mostly because I've only heard it from my parents telling me I need better friends. However, that saying is the basis of influence. For me, the person that has influenced me the most into becoming who I am today is my little sister Morgan. My sister and I are like best friends. It might not always seem like it from the outside, but we are. I've always tried to set a good example for her and lead the way for her. Taking a step back, I realize that it is easy to pour into those that are younger than you without allowing them to do the same. It may be hard to admit, but the people that are younger than us have a lot to offer.
You got it, more.
One thing that stands out to me is the heart of service that Morgan has. She has always done anything and everything she can to help those around her, even when they don't ask for it. Morgan is driven to be the best at everything she does. In the 2nd grade, her teacher told our parents that she was behind in her reading. Now, this is not because of her capabilities. She is absolutely brilliant. Nevertheless, she is behind. Ever since then, she has not only been at the level she needs to be, but significantly above it. Her drive continues to inspire me every single day. In conclusion, I believe that it is essential that we take a look around at those that are younger than us and see that the little siblings aren't as little as you think. Thank you.
Great job, Madison. Shout outs to all the little siblings out there. This next young woman that I'm gonna bring up, that I'm gonna talk about why the judges are tallying up their scores, is a young woman that I've had the pleasure to work with, and I have a great amount of respect for. She is one half of YBLA's dynamic duo, Tia and Tamara. She is also a commuter coming from South Carolina. And even though she might not understand it, this young woman is going to go places near and far. This young woman is Taylor Kilgore.
Good morning, everyone. I am Taylor Kilgore, and I am a part of Team 3. By a show of hands, how many of you have that one person that you can talk to about anything? It could be your cousin, your best friend, your siblings. For me, it's my mother. She has loved me unconditionally for the entirety of my life, and even before I was born. For the past 17 years, she has been my rock. Akandi Smith has been nothing but an amazing role model to both my sister and I. Watching her do the best she can in every aspect of her life has been nothing but motivation for me to do the same. She has shown me that through leaving the corporate world and starting her real estate career, to even starting her own logistics company from the ground up. Through every friendship or relationship gone wrong, she's been the one to wipe my tears and assure me that everything is okay. I know it seems like we're just friends. I can assure you she knows how to draw the line. The punishments and the reprimanding were dreadful at the time, but I see that they instilled morals and discipline within me. Every memory that I have with my mother is special, but the ones that mean the most to me are the little things. Driving in the car, listening to our favorite songs, cooking dinner together in perfect harmony, or even sending each other funny TikToks. All of them are so important to me, and the relationship that I have with my mother is not one that I would trade whatsoever. I would lay my life on the line for my mother, just as she would do the same for my sister and I. The people around me have influenced me so much, and I can honestly see myself. I don't see myself being the person that I am today without them, but the person that influenced me the most would have to be my mother. Thank you.
Great job, Taylor. Great job. While the judges are tallying up these scores, this next young woman that I'm gonna bring up to the stage is a young woman that I have a lot of respect for, and is probably the most cool, collected young woman that I know within this program. Always chill, always even keel, and I'm very excited to see what she has to bring to the stage today. That young woman is Zuri McKee.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Zuri McKee, and when I was sitting in math class the other day brainstorming about historical figures that I would like to meet, the first person that came to mind was Jesus, because it's Jesus, duh. But I decided not to because I'm like, that's basic, everybody would pick Jesus. So the next person that came to mind was Fidel Castro. You're probably thinking, Zuri, why would you do that? He's crazy, he's a dictator. Why would you do that? But we're not gonna talk about that today. We're gonna focus on the fun stuff, like the 600-ish times that he was almost assassinated by the CIA. Fidel Castro was rumored to have loved scuba diving. So they planned to plant an exploding seashell near the waters where he dived, and apparently he would swim past it and it was just like blowing sky high. That didn't work. They planned to poison the inside of his scuba suit with this botulism poison that would apparently just do him real bad. That didn't work either. There was this big time Cuban hotshot guy in the mafia. They got to him And Castro loved ice cream. So they were like, take this poison, put it in his ice cream. They found the poison in the freezer of the ice cream parlor weeks later. It never even got to him. This last one, this is my favorite. They got to his girlfriend and they told her, we're gonna have you poison him. But she got cold feet at the last second and he found out. He was super chill about it. Like he gave her his gun and he literally told her, you can't kill me. Nobody can kill me. So I just think he's a real interesting dude. The CIA tried to kill him 634 times and none of them worked. It feels almost cartoonish to me, like they were 2 times away from trying to drop an anvil on his head. So if I could meet him, I would ask him, like, how did you do it? Was it like some hardcore manifestation? Like, was your guardian angel working overtime? Like, how did you do it? Thank you.
Fidel Castro. CIA was always 637 against Fidel Castro. Cool. So this next young woman is one of the youngest members of YBLA. This young woman right here exudes confidence. She is one of the brightest stars within this program. And I'm extremely excited to see where she goes and what she's going to tell us today, what she's going to bring to the stage. I'm going to introduce Carson Anders.
Hello, I'm Carson Anders and I'm with Team 5. If you are fortunate enough, one day you will become a senior citizen. Advanced aging is a crucial phase in life that requires special care and attention in order to live a healthy life free of anxiety and worries, whether that be help navigating the world around us, understanding information, or getting things done, but there should always be someone there to help you. There are many situations that cause healthy people who are capable to live on their own to be forced into senior homes, typically by family members who believe that they are unable to fully provide for themselves. But there are many senior citizens who would much rather live a normal life and age in place, and that is why I have come up with the idea to create an app that will, specifically for the senior citizen demographic, that will provide help and assistance for their day-to-day chores and their other wants and needs. Through the app, users will request a service from a circle of workers and volunteers. There will be a thorough background check for workers and volunteers in order for them to serve on the platform, and security measures will be implemented so that the users cannot be taken advantage of. The app will also serve as an informational platform so that they can find activities in their local area as well as community services near them. Now, the app will provide 3 things that seniors value most: security, comfort, and most importantly, their independence. Their independence. Being able to stay in a comfortable spot and familiar place such as their home will definitely allow them to be calm and free of anxiety, and I believe that my app will help reduce stress.
Carson Anders creating apps out here. That's what I'm talking about. Great job. So this next young man that's gonna bless the stage for us today is the epitome of a quiet leader. The epitome of, when I tell you guys that this man's leadership skills are next level, and he might say 5 words. This young man is very bright, a young man that I have a lot of respect for. My guy, Caleb Ligon.
Good morning. I am Caleb Ligon on Team 1. If my mind can conceive it and my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. When you think of confident individuals, who do you think of? Is it activists, superstars, artists, or celebrities? When I think of confident people, there's one name that comes to mind. One individual I'm sure all of you are familiar with. The name is Muhammad Ali. If I could go back in time and meet one historical figure to learn some insight to better myself, it would be Mr. Ali. Firstly, I'm inspired by his incredible courage in the face of adversity, in the face of danger, and always sticking to his beliefs, his morals, and his ideals, regardless if they were unpopular or even caused a threat to his life. Secondly, I'm inspired by his unwavering confidence, always calling himself the greatest and backing it up inside and outside of the ring. Finally, I would love to learn from his life lessons and see what made him such a great leader, activist, philanthropist, father, and fighter. Finally, I'd like to leave you with another quote from Mr. Ali himself. He said, "Don't count the days, make the days count." What does this mean to you? How could adapting this mentality change your perception on your current position in your life? Thank you.
Flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee. That's what I'm talking about, Kate. Great job, great job. Mr. Muhammad Ali is also one of my idols and one of my heroes as well. So definitely good job. The next young man that I'm gonna bring up is a young man that I've seen grow. And once again, I'm not talking about height, but I'm talking about maturity level. I'm talking about growing to a leader himself. This young man, I've had the pleasure of working with him for 2 semesters now. This young man is Maxwell Manigan.
How y'all doing today? Hope y'all had a great morning. I am Maxwell Manigan, and I'm a member of Team 5. I was born in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, about 3 hours from here. 5 years later, I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, where I attended YBLA Language Academy, and I took Japanese for 5 years. Moving on, I was homeschooled by my wonderful mother for 4 years, and fast forward to now, I'm currently attending Lake Norman Christian School, also known as LKNC, where I'm taking 4 honors classes, and I currently have a 3.87 GPA. Thank you. I played soccer for a while, at the top level. I played against big teams such as Atlanta United. Not sure if you know where they are, but they're based out of Atlanta, of course. And I got to play at the training facilities, really get to know what they were about. And I also played against a team in Virginia Soccer Academy, of course, very typical name. And they're a big team down there. And now we are moving into more of an acting role. Now, that's what I want to be. That's what my inspiration is. Not sure if you know who Bruce is, but that is my grandfather. And he kind of gave me that inspiration. He really was, telling me like, man, you really should get into acting. I really have good connections. So, I took his word for it. And now we are getting into it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another big thing. Okay, so let's move on. Now, a big cool fun fact about me is that I love vacationing. Now, vacationing for me, it gives me time to spend time with my family and really get to know them better. It gives me time to really relax my mind because I'm always going 100 all the time. I'm always trying to grind in, grind out all the time. And, it lets me, you meet some new friends. Like, we have some friends out in Florida right now. They're the St. Flores, and we've known them since 2013 when I actually went on my first cruise on the Allure of the Seas. Now, just to end everything out, I want to thank YBLA, Mr. and Mrs. Martin, for investing in me financially and spiritually, giving me self-love, telling me that certain things that, are either way that they're out of my control, I can still, handle them either way. Again, I'm Maxwell Manigan, and I'm your YBLA Junior Ambassador. Thank you.
Great job, Maxwell, grandson of Bruce. This next young woman that I'm going to bring up to the stage for you guys is one of the sweetest young women within this program. She is a kind spirit, very kind soul, and somebody who I have a lot of respect for. I'll talk about Miss Michaela Branch.
I
am Michaela Branch, and I'm part of Team 3. As we look out into this ever-changing world, it's becoming more and more apparent that the younger generations are looking for change. Especially in recent years, those a part of Gen Z are looking for change, specifically in areas of mental health, identity, and lifestyle, as people are looking to be more open with themselves and society. Starting with the process of the mind, the importance of mental health has increased greatly and has led to stigmas being broken down as to how people should approach the issue. As a counterpart in mental health, there's an emphasis on therapy and how it can help people cope, move on, and deal with issues, as well as acknowledge when there's a need for a break. Additionally, not only are people emphasizing the importance of being open mentally, but being open in expression. As this gives people this allows people to have some say in how they identify in the world. And this can open minds, specifically in areas of race, gender, and sexuality. And then lastly, there's a change in how people approach careers. As I have learned and observed, money is not everything to some people when it comes to a career. There are so many other factors that can go into a career: flexibility, compassion, boundaries. And this can be seen in situations like the Great Resignation or quiet quitting. And as you can see, the world is changing from mental health, identity, a person's personal or career lifestyle. Gen Z and future generations are pushing for a shift and pushing for change in society. So I call on you, be the change you want to see. The past does not fully dictate the future, so that can give anyone the opportunity to be the influence and change you want to see in your community and the world. Thank you.
There we go. There it is. All right, next young man that I'm going to bring on the stage, Michaela, great job, great job. Next young man I'm going to bring on the stage is a young man I've been working with for 2 semesters now. Very, very respected. I'm very excited to see what this young man is going to bring to the stage. This young man is Tyler Robinson.
Morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good morning. I am Tyler Robinson. I am part of Team 4. As high schoolers, we often spend a lot of time stressing over the future, and rightfully so, because we've got a lot to look forward to. However, what we can't allow ourselves to do is get too caught up in it. Little over a year ago, I lost my best friend in a car crash. Suddenly, no one. After this, it made me realize, hold on, maybe we might not actually have as much time here as I thought we did. That being said, go hang out with your friends this weekend, or go try a new restaurant, or go ask out that pretty girl you see walk through the halls, because I know it's been on your mind. But all jokes aside, for real, I've seen a lot of my peers stressing over things like, I don't know what college I want to go to, or I don't know what car I want to buy, or I don't know about this, or I don't know about that. And I can't blame them, because I find myself thinking the same thing on a daily basis. But when I do, I think back to when me and my stepdad were walking through Uptown a few months back. He saw me look at the skyline. He said something that's always going to stick in my mind. He said, sometimes you need to slow down and enjoy the good things in life, because before you know it, it's going to be nothing more than a memory. So why not try to make it a good one? For if you spend too much time looking towards the future, you might miss what's right in front of you. Now, as much as I wish I could say it is, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for anybody. Only the Lord knows when the time is going to come. All right? That being said, it is imperative, not important, it is imperative that you take the time to enjoy and make the most of who and what you have while you have them, because you might not get a second chance. For all my movie fans out there, as Apollo Creed once said, there is no tomorrow. Thank you.
Sure, too. Man, Tyler, you did that. The next young man that I'm gonna bring up is a young man who I have a lot of respect for. This young man right here, Words can't explain. This young man puts a smile on my face every time that I see him. Elijah Grant.
Hello, my name is Elijah Grant. I'm part of Team 2. I have a question for y'all today. If we could meet the forefathers of our civil rights movement, how would they react to our struggles? How would they react to our progress? Would they feel that we have made leaps and bounds, or would they feel that we have stayed stagnant? To answer these questions, I would bring back the brave, the Detroit Red, Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a powerful civil rights leader that advocated for self-defense in the face of violence. He helped revolutionize the Northern civil rights movement and move us farther than we ever had before. He would fit today's political climate of smoke and mirrors perfectly as its antithesis. In today's political climate, we have seen projects like the 1619 Project and critical race theory demonized and seen as harmful for only some children to hear about. He would help, I apologize. In today's political climate, we have also seen some of our Black brothers and sisters harassed and even murdered at the face of police. And yet in the media and by politicians, they are cast as deserving and blamed for just being in that area or whatever they dressed in or whatever they were doing. Malcolm X would perfectly counteract this. But since we cannot bring him back, I implore each and every one of you to find a civil rights leader that speaks to you as Malcolm X speaks to me and embody them in today's political climate so we can all move forward together. Oh man, we'll make it a second late. Thank you.
Check. Great job, Elijah. Great job. Once again, another one of my heroes, Malcolm X. Definitely. So these next and last group of junior ambassadors to come up. This young man that I'm gonna bring up is a young man who I've never seen not smile. I'm very excited to see what he's gonna bring to the table today. Miles Jefferson.
Before I start my speech, I just want to thank Coach Jamal for these sick kicks that I got on right now. And my name is Miles Jeffers, as you know, and I'm on Team 2. So growing up, my mom and my dad would always tell me about the generation before me. They always tell me about the unique experiences that they had and all the hardship that they went through just to get to where they're at now. And see, I'm 16 going on 17, and they were talking about those times. Right? And as I've had my unique experiences, I realized something very important about the generation of now and before. See, my generation is big on this expressionist individuality, where we fight to be ourselves. And the generation behind us, at least in our eyes, can be seen as rigid and strict and forward thinking. But there may be a divide that we can overcome. See, as an example, the transgender agenda has been alive and well for a very long time. And as many of us, we may not be educated on the topic, I want to make it a very simple idea. We may not understand their ideas, we may not understand why they are the way they are, right? And it may go against what we've been learning throughout our entire time. Not everybody wants to be a boy, not everybody wants to be a girl. But these people fight for their rights, and they fight for their individuality, and they fight for the right to be themselves, fight for their freedom. And that sounds familiar, right? Sounds like what we've been doing that entire time, right? As Black folk. See, as our generation stands, I want to build a communication between the generation of the past and present. Because the fight has simply changed, is evolved. It has not stagnated. Thank you.
Great job, Miles. Great job. This next young man that I'm gonna bring up to the stage is one of the most astute young men that I've ever met at his age. Very, very excited to see what he has in store for us today. Jacob Echeverria.
Hello, everyone. I am Jacob Echeverria, a part of Team 3. I want to start with the survey. By a show of hands, how many of you are excited and optimistic for the future of Black culture and Black excellence in America? I'm glad a majority of us, if not all of us, are excited to see what's to come. Now, in my eyes, the way to make sure this optimism and excitement comes to fruition, we must make sure that Black history is instilled and preserved in the school curriculum. Now, recently, I had seen that the College Board is creating an AP African American Studies course for high schools. And with that came a lot of backlash, especially from conservatives, like Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. And with that came edits and changes that truly disappointed me, because I felt like a lot of our culture and history was removed to be more palatable for some audiences. Now, if you look under your chair, there should be a slip of paper. And if you open it, the first page should show a comprehensive list of every topic and scholar that was either edited, removed, or made optional for the curriculum. These are topics that I feel like should be important, but also kept in the curriculum. Now, when a student isn't able to see themselves and their history and their curriculum, they can't see what they can become. And when a classmate can't see their fellow classmates in their history, they can't see what they can become, and it can lead to negative stereotypes. Research has shown that students do better academically when there's a representative as a teacher and in the curriculum in the classroom. Now, it's obvious that as we learn Black culture and it's instilled in our schools, we'll have a better understanding of our past, which will lead to growth. But students are also able to understand the community better. And when the community understands themselves better, it grows and reinvests in itself. Now, to leave you today, there's a second sheet of paper behind the list that I gave you, with 4 organizations and programs that are already working towards pushing Black history in the curriculum that you can go invest in today. Now, other than that, you can already start by just educating yourself and learning more about Black history. Thank you for your time and attention. I am Jacob Echeverria.
Great job, Jacob. Great job. My man came with papers and information, and shout outs to Senior Ambassador Antonio for helping me put all those papers up under your seats. So this next young woman right here is a young woman who is not afraid to be herself, and she's unapologetically herself at all times. If you know who I'm talking about, then you know Erin Thompson.
Hello? I am Erin Thompson, and I'm a part of Team 5. Now, I know this may seem a little cliche, but my mother is my biggest role model. She has given me somebody to look up to since day one. She shows me what it is to be a powerful Black woman, a God-fearing woman. Can I get an amen for that? Amen. Thank you. She is wise in more ways than one. I sometimes still go to her for help with the work, and let me tell you, without some help, Jesus would have had to take the wheel. That's all I'm gonna say about that. In seriousness though, the biggest impact that my mother has had on me is helping me get started in my natural hair journey. I've been natural for almost 5 years now, and she has been a natural queen as a role model for me the entire process. I brought on wanting to become natural pretty abruptly, and she was happy to help. That was until she started chopping off my hair, and in that moment I became a little bit of a nightmare, but she cut off way more than she said she would. You have to understand. But in all seriousness, she helped me so much in growth, just in general. She does the things that are annoying, tiring, back aching, because I can be a lot, but she does it. She always does it. This is just one example of how my mother will take that extra step when the next person, including myself, might not. She makes that change. She does what she needs to do, and she does it without being asked. Honestly, Mom, You have done so much for me and more. I could never thank you enough. I love you. Thank you.
Good job, Aaron. Good job. There she go, getting love. There we go. Good job, good job. So the next young woman that I'm going to bring up to you guys to speak is another young woman who I have a lot of respect for. Another young woman, this just like my man Miles Jeffers, I've never seen this young woman not smile. Like I've always seen her smiling in a great mood. Natasha Prevalon.
Thank you for that introduction. Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing today? You look dapper. I am Natasha Prevalon, and I'm a part of Team 1. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Stop crying before I give you something to cry about"? Because I certainly have. I mean, I think we all have. We all been kids before. We all made mistakes. However, our parents had such a strong generation. They had powerful leaders, civil rights leaders, who set the standards for us so that we could have a great education and we could strive in Black excellence. I mean, that's what YBLA is for, right? But the one thing that our parents failed to do was to provide more access to mental health resources. Our parents set an unreasonably high expectation for Black masculinity. Their actions gave us a false impression that it wasn't okay to cry and that it was a form of weakness. However, I believe that our generation, Gen Z, can change this. According to everyday.org, we, members of the Black community, are struggling to be vulnerable towards one another. This is a grave issue because this suppresses our feelings and hold us back from being great. I believe our generation will be able to make better changes. I mean, don't get me wrong, our parents and their generation have strived to carve pathways so that we could be able to succeed. I mean, my parents came from Haiti. They provided me with a great education, and I love and I respect them for that. But the one thing I would just like us to change is to unite together and take care of ourselves mentally. Thank you.
Great job, Natasha. Great job. All right, so we're at our final speaker for the prepared speech segment. And this young woman right here, me and Coach Fran call her the politician of YBLA. This young woman has such potential, and I'm really excited to hear what she's going to bring to the stage today. Naomi Udunza.
You know, I never really want to go to politics, but maybe I'll consider it. Who are you? What is the one thing that you know, regardless of what you do, what choices you make, and what choices are made for you, that you will never lose? I am Naomi Udunza, and for me, that is my heritage. I am a first-generation American and a second-generation immigrant. My father was born in Dublin, Ireland, and he moved to the United States in 1982. My mother was born in Benin City in Nigeria, and she came with my father in 2001. My parents sacrificed so much, and they went through so many trials that I could not even begin to fathom, just to make sure that I am here today in front of all of you. And that is why I do what I do, to honor them and to honor all of those who came before them and who fought just as hard. Because I used to want to be white. When I was in kindergarten, one day, I came home to my mother, crying and sobbing. and I told her I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like my features. I didn't like my voice. And she looked at me. I was the oldest child. She'd never done this before. She looked at me and she cried along with me. And she threw me in the car and she drove me to my aunt's house. And Auntie Nneka and Auntie Okui sat with me for hours. They showed me food and music and beautiful clothes, and they reminded me who I was. I am Naomi Chioma Udenze. I stand as generations of powerful Igbo women. I am not half American or half African. I am beautifully and wonderfully both. And you will remember my names, all of them, because I am my ancestors' wildest dreams.
Y'all, my handkerchief just wet. I've been crying. Y'all know Coach Landspring will leave quick. Listen, we're gonna take a 5-minute break, right? Just an intermission, because as we circle back, we've got the other half of the ambassadors to participate in the impromptu speaking. So 5 minutes, we've got a clock that's gonna be counting down. Restrooms are in the back. Take a quick break, stretch your legs, and come right back to your seats.
All right. We had a lot going on. I'm sorry.
Yes, remember. Don't listen to her. Don't.
I got you.
She just likes to talk. Look at her. She just likes to talk.
I see what I can do.
Don't.
I see what I can do.
Stop out of this business. Like, Chelsea. Come on, let's go find the job first.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what was going on. Right? We got ready to go. I'm here since 6. I've been connected all morning. I don't know if it's because ambassadors came and groups me off the Wi-Fi. I'm like, God, these guys don't have my heart wired. They got to light up this phone. Yeah, it sounded this fine. Like once everything got adjusted, everything. I am.
right, what you need me to do?
Turn your mic on real quick.
I don't know if it's on or not. And you're gonna have to get back there. Because you're gonna have to get back there.
It's tough. Say something right quick.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Keep moving. Let me do this.
Okay.
All right. Just in case.
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Up 20
ready
seconds.
to grab the handheld. Just in case.
Please find your way back to your seats.
I had to rig.
Please find
how I
your
was
way
connected to the
back
Wi-Fi
to
was
your
moving,
seats.
so I don't have as much control over the mic.
Ambassadors, make your way back to your seats, please.
So the just in case.
Ladies and gentlemen.
There's one right here at the edge of the stage.
I ain't gonna bend down and get it, but I'll get one of them.
I mean, you talk loud though.
I don't even hear. Am I not loud enough? Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. At this point, please take your seats.
Okay.
We're about to start impromptu speeches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit.
Check the mic one more time.
Check, check, check. 1, 2. Good morning, Black Excellence. Okay, y'all can do better than that. Good morning, Black Excellence. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I need you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. No, say it like you know what time it is. Neighbor. Oh, neighbor. It's about to get real. It is about to get real. So I need you all to hold on to your seats. I need you to get your cameras ready. All that good stuff. This is one of our favorite parts of Toastmasters. It is the impromptu questions. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. What it means is they are so good, they are so dapper, they are so amazing that they have no idea what I'm going to ask. But they are going to take a moment, take a deep breath, and they are going to answer with precision. And they are going to answer with authenticity. Aren't y'all excited about that? Can we clap our hands for that? All right, so we are about to get started. Now, a couple of things before we get started. For all of you in the audience, thank you for continuing to listen attentively. We have some administrators, principals in the room. If you would please stand so that we can celebrate you coming to support. So please do that at this time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Woo, thank you. We love to see it. Thank you. Thank you. Ambassadors, make sure you love on your principals and educators alike. So if you're in the building, we're happy that you are here. All right, let's get this party started. Now, I just want to say the ambassadors did try to sneak in and see what questions I had in my hand. So I've been holding them close to me, but they're ready. So I need everybody to say, ambassadors. Ambassadors. Come on, now say it like you mean it. All right, ambassadors. Ambassadors. You got this. You got this. All right, then let's get it. So we are going to call up one of our amazing ambassadors. Y'all listen, I absolutely love this individual. I love all of them, and I can say a lot, but I'm going to honor the time. So the first ambassador we are going to call up is Osiris. Y'all make some noise for Osiris. All right. Okay. All right. First question for you, Osiris. If you had to encourage someone right now, what would you say to strengthen and encourage them? If you had to encourage someone right now, what would you say to strengthen and encourage them?
Hello, everybody.
Green light.
Hello.
Hold the power button.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. I am Osiris Bowden Powell. I am on Team 2. And somebody who I like to encourage. Somebody that I like to encourage is my girlfriend. She is very motivational on me because she pushed me to be a better person that I am. And before I met her, I'll probably say, before I met her, I probably wouldn't be the person that I am today because she pushed me to be as strong as I can be. And I love her the most, really hard. And I very much appreciate you for being in my life. And thank you. Stand up.
I'm not gonna call the girlfriend out, but hey, girl. All right. All right, let's keep this party going. Thank you, Mr. Osiris. Okay, so next up is an amazing ambassador who has been working incredibly hard to be selfless, to help others raise money for the missions trip. I mean, she has called me at unreasonable hours, but it was all for a good cause. So I was happy to answer the phone and talk her through it. So she has got her school involved. She has got her parents involved. I mean, she's been hitting everybody's pocketbook and wallets. So we are really impressed with her hard work. Y'all, welcome to the stage, Miss Devin Devin, describe something that makes you feel most loved and appreciated. Describe something that makes you feel most loved and appreciated.
Something that makes me feel very loved and appreciated is not really something, it's someone. It is my sister, my little sister. She's at home right now, probably sleeping, but she does a lot. Like right now, my parents are not here. They actually, my mom won a trip to Hawaii for her job for doing the most sales. And my sister and I have been taking care of the house, my grandma, and she's honestly been doing more. Like she wakes up earlier than me to take care of my dog in the morning. I'll take care of him at night. But she's been on track. She's been doing everything. And she's gonna be a great leader, I know, in the world. So she is someone who does a lot.
Let's give it up for Miss Devin Castro. All right, so we are allowing the judges to do their tallying for a moment, but as we're getting ready for that, just in the crowd, if you're wondering, they get 30 seconds, that's the goal, right? 30 seconds to answer the question and no more than a minute, okay? So just for those who need to know, that's what they're doing, okay? They already know that, but just to give you something to think about in the crowd, okay? All right, so next, coming to the stage. This young man is quite dedicated in ways that I am not sure I would be dedicated, because he was at a sporting event and he decided, well, I don't know if he decided to do that, but broke a limb and decided to still join a meeting. Now, we did tell him he did not need to be in the meeting and that was not necessary, but he still chose to do it anyway. But anywho, we are going to welcome to the stage Andrew Sad. Play it off, play it off. You got it. All right. Let's get into it. Andrew, so far in your life, in your long years of life, what is the biggest risk you have taken so far in life? What is the biggest risk you have taken so far in life?
I would say the biggest risk I've taken was kind of trusting my brother, because he's done a lot of things in his life, and he's been like a very good role model to me. So I think that. Oh, well, yeah, it's trusting him, because I don't like to fail, and I try to learn from him. And he fails. No offense, he fails a lot sometimes. But so yeah, that's why I would say that would be my biggest risk I've taken in life.
No offense, brother. Thank you, Andrew. Next, we are calling to the stage. They told me I'm taking too long, so I'm going to do it a little better. All right, so next, I am going to call up our amazing Jason. What advice would you give on getting through personal struggles? So what advice would you give on getting through personal struggles?
First of all, hello and good morning. I am Jason Turner, and the advice I would give on getting through personal struggles is to take time for yourself and just breathe and relax and try to make it through whatever you're going through. Maybe take a walk outside, maybe go to an area or a place that makes you calm, and try, or maybe bring some music with you. Just try to calm down and push through as best as you can.
Thank you, Jason. Take a walk, calm down. I'm here for it. Maybe I'll take a walk after this. Okay, so next coming to the stage is Keith. Y'all clap your hands for Keith. Keith Bostic. Okay, Keith. So, Keith, what changes do you need to make in your life to have what you want? What changes do you need to make in your life to have what you want?
Well, first off, good morning. I am Keith Bostic, Junior Ambassador here at YBLA. And something to change in my life to make me better would be a better role model to my little brothers. I feel like they don't trust me enough. I don't talk to them enough. So being there for them more, being there taking care of them more would be a better thing to do. Also, try to express my feelings more to my family and how I provide for them. They don't even know how much I appreciate them. So maybe taking the time more to appreciate them more. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Keith. All right, one of the things I want to remind you all as you get up to introduce yourself, just remind people of who you are, but also what team you're on. Okay, so who you are, what team you're on. All right, So next, coming to the stage is Miss Sydney Collins. Y'all clap your hands for Sydney. Okay, Sid. So as Black people, right? A couple of things we think about, and it's whether or not we're truly free. So Sid, I want you to think about this. I really want you to think about whether or not you're free. So do you believe yourself to be truly free? And if so, why? And if not, what's holding you back from your freedom?
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
So hi guys, I'm Sydney Collins and I'm on team 2. So this is a very detailed question I wasn't expecting, but I believe if you look at it in a way where there's no laws that are specifically oppressing us, saying that Black people can't do this, I would say we are pretty free when you look at like the books, but mentally there's a lot of things that still are issues today. For example, I go to very white school, PWI, but I'm in 4 AP classes, and in all of those AP classes, I am one of like 2. And even on the first day, 2 of my teachers asked me if I was even supposed to be there. So I think that for sure we're free, but there's still a lot of things that need to be worked on and a lot of things that need to be accepted.
All right. Thank you, Sydney. Next, coming to the stage is Miss Mia. Y'all clap your hands for Miss Mia Hayward. Okay, Mia. What has been the best phase in your life so far? And describe why this particular phase has been the best. All right.
Good morning, everyone. I am Nia Hayward, and I'm part of Team 1. The best phase of my life is right now. I'm finding myself. I have friends that are helping me along the way, and I have a beautiful mother that's taking her time out of her day to sit and talk with me about things like mental health, relationship problems, friendships, genuine friends, and you'll know when your friends aren't really there for you. I think it's important for parents to
It only lasted one day in an in-person meeting, and I was frustrated when I went home, I'm not gonna lie. But I had to think about what they had going on in their lives, and ultimately it made me a better person and allowed myself to trust my own instincts. So that's somebody who I last forgave.
Thank you, Jabari. Thank you. Next coming to the stage is Miss Chelsea. She wanted a grand introduction. I told her that I've gotten flustered for the time that I take to introduce them. And she said, well, Coach Jamal got to do it, but that's okay, all right? So again, I love all of them, okay? All right, moving on. You ready? You know I love you? Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Hello? You gotta make sure we're okay. Yeah. All right. Chelsea, what support do you need right now in your life? And how can you get that support?
I feel the support I need right now is in my life is mainly from my mother because we've gone through a lot, and I feel really getting a better connection with her and building a better relationship would be the cherry to my whipped cream. I don't know if that sounds right, but it's what I need, and I feel that'll just be an accomplishment in life for us to build that better relationship and have a better support system with her. So that's the support I need right now. We talked about that, so it was a good question. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea. All right. So next, I'm going to introduce Mariah Smith. Come on, Mariah. Y'all, I just want y'all to know y'all making it hard for me, all right? Because they feel some type of way about their lack of introductions, all right?
I'm good.
Okay. I'll hit y'all up later. All right. Mariah.
Hey.
Hey, girl. Is there anyone in your life who truly understands you? And if so, what impact does it have on the quality of your life?
No, I understand. Hey everyone, good morning. I know we had an early morning today, so I'm tired, you're tired, it's okay. But I would say there is no one who completely understands me because I don't completely understand myself yet. I don't feel like I'm at the peak Mariah Simone Smith. She coming, but you know, I gotta do a couple more hair colors first before I can really find out who she is, you know what I'm saying? But I would say the person who comes closest has to be my little sister, because a big part of me being myself is me helping her and helping her discover herself. So in doing that, I find out a lot about who I am, and her understanding of me, she keeps me real. She keeps me real because I feel like being well-spoken, sometimes it has its pros and cons. And when I express myself in a way where people understand me, they want to side with me. And sometimes I just need that backhand, and my sister will give it to me. She'll give me that backhand. She'll slap me down. So Alex, if you're listening, and I know you're not because I know you sleep, I love you, and thanks for understanding me.
Thank you, Mariah. All right. Next is Cameron Shropshire. Come on, y'all give him a hand. Okay, Cam.
Okay.
What do you know now that you wish you had learned earlier in life? So what do you know now that you wish?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, well, all right.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Cameron Shropshire. I am Cameron Shropshire on Team 3. And one thing I know now that I wish I knew when I walked into high school is how two-faced some people could be. You know? Not everybody wants your best interest at heart.
a lot of people, they only stay with you so they can get past, not so they can grow with you. And with that being said, I met a few people, a few girls, a few teachers, a few people who didn't want my best interest at heart, but acted like they did so they could improve without me. And so, with that being said, you have to watch who's around you and make sure that y'all all have the same goal and the same interest. Because if you don't, y'all will fall apart. Thank you.
Okay, Cam. I'm gonna hold you to that when I see you next week. All right. Okay. Next, okay, so before I introduce him, I do have to say this. Jeremiah is a twin. So twins, stand up. Stand up. It's their birthday! All right, all right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, anyway. We'll celebrate later. Come on, Jeremiah. Get up here. All right. Jeremiah, where do you find the most meaning in life?
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I am Jeremiah Powell on Team 4, and I wouldn't say it's really a place, but the most meaning I find in life is with my mom, my dad, and my sister. They're always there for me. They're at every sporting event, no matter how near or how far. And I just feel like without that, I would feel like I had no support. But with them there, even if I'm not playing all the time, I feel like they're there for me no matter what. And just with my sister being a twin, I just always have that other half to me that I could always rely on. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jeremiah. Am I moving too fast, judges? I'm doing all right. I got a whole sheet back there with everybody's name. I got y'all. All right. So next, coming to the stage is Mr. Andrew. Come on, Andrew. Okay, they were not gonna make me feel short today, all right? Even though I'm still quite short. Anyway. Okay, Andrew. Andrew, what are you unclear about in your life? And what difference would you make to figure it out? What are you unclear about in your life? And what difference would you make to figure it out?
I think what I'm really quickly, I'm Andrew Simmons on Team 5. I believe that I am not entirely clear on what I want to do for the rest of my life. I've known for the past few years that I want to go into a STEM career, but I toured Clemson relatively not too long ago, and I realized I wasn't entirely interested in some of the engineering aspects, so that set me back to square zero, which is really fun when you're almost applying to colleges. Regardless, I feel like at this point, I just need to try and engage myself in as many sources that I can to try and find anything I'm interested in STEM careers, whether it's chemistry, math, anything at all. At this point, I just need to get engaged. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. All right. So next, coming to the stage is Miss Morgan Mattier. Y'all give her a hand, Morgan Mattier. Okay, Morgan. All right, Momo. What type of relationship would you like to have with the members in your family? What type of relationship? So if you could control the relationship, what type of relationship would you like to have with the people in your family?
Thank you.
My name is Morgan Mattier, and I belong to the illustrious Team 2.
Illustrious.
The type of relationship I would like to have with my family, I feel honestly that I've already established a trusting, caring relationship. I openly talk to my family about my problems or things that I'm experiencing. Oh, sorry, my face keeps shaking. A trusting relationship is the goal, and it's something that I feel like I've achieved throughout the years and through struggles that we've been through. We've always overcome, and I feel that we'll always continue to overcome those. So thank you.
Thank you, Morgan. All right, so next we have a young man that is here on the stage. He actually did his interview process in Africa, and he was up in the middle of the morning to make sure he made this interview. So I'm quite excited to hear what Alexander Paul is going to say to us, okay? Okay. Get you a good question, even though it's just in order. Okay. Alexander Paul, what are two of the hardest decisions you think your parents have had to make in your life? What are two of the hardest decisions you think your parents have had to make in your life?
Testing.
Oh.
I am Alexander Paul Olagbamiro, and I am with Team 1. All right, so for my father, I would say it's investing in me. Because I know sometimes my success isn't always guaranteed. Even then, he still motivates me, along with my mother, to keep on moving forward despite what happens. Because I believe, in a sense, that staying stagnant isn't living, all right? Moving forward, growing is living. Another, I think my mother giving up her pursuing medicine to take care of me was also a big sacrifice. And I'm thankful for her for that, because she means a lot to me and her sacrifices mean a lot to me. Anyways, thank you for listening to me today. That's all I have.
Thank you, Alexander Paul. All right, we're gonna keep this party going. Okay, so next coming to the stage is such a sweet individual. So y'all clap your hands for Aiden Small. Aiden, this is a pretty healthy question. I think they all are. Okay, what experiences so far in your life have helped you grow the most? What experiences so far in life have helped you grow the most?
That's a good one. I already see my dad smiling in the back because he knows exactly what I'm about to say. The experience.
Yes. What experiences so far have helped you grow the most in life?
Getting slung around in wrestling. It helped me grow the most because going into sophomore and junior season of wrestling, I thought I was untouchable. Like, just dogging my teammates in the weight room, throwing them around on the mat. And then my very first match of the regular season, I was humbled. It was bad. I remember I lost, I believe it was 9-1 by pin. And it was bad. I remember walking off. My pride was hurt. My team was hurt. And it was just all around a really bad experience. So it showed me that no matter what, don't get too full of yourself. There's always room to grow, and you can always get better. Thank you.
Thank you, Aiden. Okay, beautiful. Next, we're gonna come up with Camille. Camille Duncan. Okay, Camille. The saying, don't let your resume put you in places your character can't keep you. Don't let your resume, I say it a lot, put you in places your character can't keep you. What does that mean to you?
Good morning. I am Camille Duncan, and I'm on Team 4. I would say that your resume can put you in places that your character cannot, because you may be a straight A student with participating in multiple activities and things of that nature, but when you're surrounded by groups of leaders as YBLA, it shows how you're able to be a leader amongst other leaders and take actions that others may not in order to achieve a goal of becoming a better person and becoming somebody that other people would want to look up to or be mentored by. Thank you.
Thank you, Camille. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, so next coming to the stage is Mr. Joseph. Y'all clap your hands for him. Okay, Joseph. If we spoke to 3 of your friends, what would they say in regards to who you are? So if we spoke to 3 of your friends, what would they say in regards to who Joseph is?
Hello, everyone. I am Joseph Rosemond from Team 5, and if you were to talk to 3 of my friends, they would probably say that I'm a hardworking and kind person because I work really hard in everything that I do, and it really shows in our friendships because I'm really willing to help people, and I go out of my way to help them if they need it. I go out of my way to help them if they need it because being a good friend and being there for people is just really important to me. Something that I think is above everything else, because if you help 100 people, then there will be people when you need help and when you're down that can also help you. And so it's really just important to be kind. And so I think they would say I'm very kind and very hardworking.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. All right, here's another one coming up. So, come on up. Y'all clap your hands for Cameron Jones. Okay, Cameron. Here's the question for you. Cameron, what do you think about the most when you're by yourself? So what are you over there thinking about when you're by yourself?
Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron Jones. I'm from Team 3. When I sit and let my mind wander, I think about a lot of things. But in this time, right now, in this age, I think about my future. I think about where I want to go in life. I think about how I want to set myself up for success in the future. I like to think about, what career I want to choose because I don't really even know that yet. And I want to think about how I can set myself up and go places to give myself an opportunity to see where I can go and to see what I'm capable of doing in life. And I think that that's very important to me because I know I have a lot of aspirations and dreams for myself, and I want to be able to achieve those things. And so setting that standard now to make sure I can set myself up right for the future is very important to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, this is the last one for this round. Am I right? Yes, all right, this is the last one for this round. So we are going to welcome to the stage Joshua. Josh, mental health is a buzzword. We know that, but it's also a strong phrase, mental health. So when you think of mental health, what does mental safety look like to Josh? What does mental safety look like to Josh?
Good morning, everybody. I am Joshua Williams, and I am part of Team 2. To me, I believe, wait, what was my speech?
Mental health, what does it look like to Josh?
To me, mental health looks like when you're able to be super vulnerable to someone and know they'll be able to help you out through it, even if they can't fully provide for you. As long as they're fully being there for you, and them also sharing to you things they haven't told anybody else. Like being able to entrust someone with something you're fully passionate about and holding and trusting that they will do the same to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See, easy enough, right? The questions did not come from me, just so y'all know. So don't catch me outside later, okay? They came from a box of questions that we chose, okay? So get the seniors. They chose the questions on their all-star trip a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, so right now we are actually going to take another break, give the judges a moment to tally up everything that they need, as well as finding all of the people on what teams they were on and all that fun stuff. So we have a 5-minute break, and I do mean 5-minute break. All right? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
One minute. 1 minute. Look back in your seats in 1 minute, please.
It's on that slide is just dark.
Why is it so dark all of a sudden?
Real dark.
All of a sudden it's dark. Okay.
I'll tell you, 40 seconds.
30 seconds. Please return to your seats. Please make your way back to your seats.
Ten seconds.
Please find your way back to your seats. 10 seconds. Ambassador teams, select your two for the final round and please come forward. Each team selects two representatives of their team for the final round. Please step forward. All right, as we make our way back to the seats, you guys have been absolutely amazing. No need to sit. I'm gonna get you all up on stage in just a minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to just share what we did today. Again, we remixed their teams. So the teams that are functioning today have never actually been on a team together. So they're doing some amazing jobs. That was the little surprise that we offered for them this morning. Put them on different teams, see how they function together. And in their team, they selected those that would give the prepared speech. They selected also those that would do the impromptu speech. They did that this morning. And they also selected the final two to represent each team in impromptu with a team twist. So they're hearing this information for the first time, and what this group of 10 representatives will do. Let's see if we can get maybe all 10 on stage. Come on up. Come on up. You guys greet them as they take the stage. They don't know what they're about to do. You got another microphone? All right, slide on over to Natasha. See if we can get them all up. Let's see if this works. So, family, as we navigate our way on the stage, what we're going to do, get beside your teammate. I will present a impromptu question to the floor. I'll give them about 10 seconds to negotiate as a team, the two of them. Then I will randomly select which team I want to answer, right? And they'll have to go. So you don't know if the question is coming to your team, or how we go. So pay attention to the question, strategize for the best direction for your answer, because your team may be selected. Okay, each team will have just one question. This is the final round. Just one question. Questions? Concerns? 30 seconds for your green. 45 seconds, we will show you yellow. 1 minute for red. So it has to be at least a 30-second answer to land this plane in the green. Other questions? You pick between the two of you which one will answer. Okay, good. Ivor, we good? Oh, if Ivor say we good, we good. All right, here we go. First question. Again, everyone pay attention because I will randomly select which one will answer. Oh, no, you're right. All right, here we go. Matter of fact, I might throw another twist, Maxwell. Let me think on it. I don't know how we do. All right, here we go. Here we go. Give you a quote first. It says, "You may encounter defeats, but what you must not be is defeated." You may encounter defeats, but what you must not do is be defeated. The question is, what have you learned from your defeats? You got 10 seconds. What have you learned from your defeats? Team 3. Who's team 3? Team 3, what have you learned from your defeats?
Hi, everyone. I already was talking in front of y'all today, but I'm Mariah Smith from Team 3. And the first thing that quote made me think of was about being Black. I've been taking an African American study course, and it has me thinking a lot about my history and the opportunities that are presented to me because of that. And the first thing I heard about failures the first thing I thought about when I heard the word failure was people bringing you down and hoping that you fail. We were brought here not to be great. We were brought here to be slaves and servants and submissive. So when I think about things that happened to me and how my failures have enhanced my life, I just think about how the struggle has always brought me up. I'm always doing my best in all my classes, always doing my best to be empathetic, always doing my best to advance beyond my circumstances. So that's my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Team 3. Thank you, Team 3. They're grabbing those answers. I'm going to let them tally. You guys are relaxed, comfortable. Matter of fact, Team 3, you can take your seats. Great job, Team 3. Final round. All right, we do have to get the people's choice. Can we get that slide? We'll get that slide up in just a bit. Remember, audience, you also will get a chance to vote for your favorite team.
Do it now. Now.
All right, that was Team 3. All right, let's go. Here we go. Here's the quote. The quote reads, "Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart." Here's the question. When have you listened to your fears over your heart? And what did you learn from that experience? When have you listened to your fears over your heart? And what did you learn from that experience? 10 seconds. All right. What have you learned when you listen to your fears versus your heart? Team 5. Team 5?
Again, I'm Maxwell Manigan, and one thing that I can take from that quote, sir, is let me take you back to a time where there was this opening for a play. And how I've mentioned before, I want to become an actor. And in that time, I was telling myself, you know what? I don't think I'll be good enough for this role. I don't think I have the abilities that these other kids out here that have been working their entire lives to become actors do. So I didn't do it, and I regret that. And now that I look back, I look at myself, now that I'm more confident in who I am in the acting industry and in the acting format, I see that I really could have done it then. And I'm not saying that I didn't have a lot of growth, which I did to this point, but it is to say that just go after what you really want to do and don't hold back and don't second guess. And I feel like that's the biggest mistake that I made. So hopefully that answers your question, and I'm out.
Thank you, Team 5. Team 5. You guys can take your seat, Team 5. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, looks like the judges are finished tallying. All right. The quote is, "Brave is not something you wait to feel. Brave is a decision. When or where in your life could you be braver? When or where in your life could you be braver?" 10 seconds. All right. Team 4. Team 4.
I am Naomi Udenza, and
if there was one place in my life that I could be braver, it would be when it comes to talking to people. I'm not a very social person. I'm sure most people know. I'm at my best when I'm on my own. But there's been many times where I found people coming up to me, and that I can take it in stride, and that I'm comfortable around people. Unfortunately, when it comes to going up to people, that's where I struggle a lot. And so I do need to, and this is something I've known for years, is that I do need to work much harder on taking that first step, on taking initiative when it comes to approaching people I don't know, or even people I do know, and that maybe I'm just not allowing myself to be comfortable with, because a lot of the times they're more comfortable with me.
Great job. You love it. Good job. All right, young people. Here's the quote. The purpose of life is to contribute in some way to make things better. The purpose of life is to contribute to make some things better. The question is, what is the one way you can contribute to make this life better? 10 seconds. All right. How can you contribute to make this life better?
Thank you, Coach Land. One thing I can do and contribute to make this life better for the people around me is to give myself. I can give my time, I can give my resources, and I can give myself to people to make sure that they get the things that they need before I get the things that I need. In order to make this life better for everyone else, you have to be willing to make life a little bit worse for yourself. Until you give up the things that you love, and until you understand that most people won't have the things that you love, you can never really move the world forward. Thank you.
Nailed that time too, didn't you? What team was that? Two? Team 2. Okay. I guess there's no guess on who gets this question. Okay. And you guys are team number 1. Okay, team number 1 coming up. Okay, the quote is, in reality, failure is simply feedback. It is not that you're bad or not good enough or incapable. Failure gives you the opportunity to look at what's not working and figure out how to make it work. Your question is, what is your relationship with failure and how do you handle failure? All right, the question is, what's your relationship and how do you handle failure? Team 1.
Thank you. I'm Ivor Daly of Team 1. Bruce Lee fears not the man who has practiced 1,000 kicks, but the man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times. Through the strives, the trials and tribulations that we as a people, as a Black people, have made towards the place where we are now, we have figured out that failure is the only place that, or the only route towards mastery. Without failure, there is no success because we have to keep on growing, understand? We're always going to find faults in our logic wherever we thought we had a complete answer. Nothing is final. Thank you.
Man, he moved over there and I thought he was about to try one of them kicks. All right, let's see if we get the slide up. So we're going to give the people's choice, the people in the audience, a chance to vote on your favorite teams. We've got 5 teams represented here. If you pull out your devices, hit that QR code. For those that are online, it should be on your screen. Hit that QR code and vote for the team that you absolutely have loved in this Toastmasters event today. Look at the ambassadors. Oh, they're talking about it. So get your devices out. Hit that QR code. Get your votes in now for the people's choice. Oh boy, they're getting busy. They're all on it. There we go. Hit the back lights. Good. Erica, you all right. Oh, they got to get close. Get that QR code. Get the people's choice. Vote just once, please. One vote only. One vote only. They're going to make that thing work. People's choice. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4, Team 5. Get those devices out. Scan that QR code.
Yeah.
He want me to answer that, don't he? I heard that question. I ain't
You smart. Everybody else went to the screen. You smart. You came to the source.
I know I would. Hey, I do. All right, ladies. All right. All right, well, we're ready to roll now. Okay, hopefully you guys got those QR codes so you can get your votes in. We're about to let the judges finish their tally. We're going to get some numbers in and we're going to announce the winners. Okay, again, prepared speech, impromptu, final round, and people's choice. Understand this, ladies and gentlemen, is tied to YBLA scholarship dollars. So this can build your scholarship bank so that when you're a senior in our Scholar Day event, your check then will be awarded to you. We've got seniors currently in our program that will get more money out of us than they've put in their entire 4 semesters of the program. So parents, hey, this is investment now. It should pay you back later, okay? Also, the winners today will receive scholarship dollars. Every member on the winning team receives scholarships. So we're excited about what we got going on here. And as we tally, I see our co-founders moving to the front. I know, listen, y'all, listen, they are making a huge sacrifice to be here. They actually have another engagement. They're probably running a little bit late. So I may do the remix and bring them up, let them give us some final words now while we tally up for the winners. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-founders of YBLA, John and Tammy Martin.
All right, ambassadors, you did a great job. We have really enjoyed the fact we have to run out, but we wanted to say a few words and just thank you guys for all the hard work that you've done over the past 7 weeks preparing for the Toastmasters Showcase. A big shout out for the parents out there. Thank you guys so much. We got to give them a round of applause. And even some grandparents out there. I heard they came along. So just thank you for coming and supporting our ambassadors. Before, I'm going to leave some for you, I promise. I want to thank my team, the coaches, Coach Fred, Coach Jamal, Erica, all of Wanda, our whole team who helped us, and of course, Coach Land put all this together, and Michelle Grace, of course. So I'm going to pass it over to y'all, but congratulations, ambassadors.
That was the best speech ever. All right, so great. I'm excited to be here. Obviously, we have to run, so definitely, you guys, ambassadors, give yourselves a round of applause. Amazing, awesome job. I love working through the nervousness. You guys did an amazing job there as well. Again, principals, school staff, you guys would stand up one more time. Just give you guys a round of applause just for being here. We definitely appreciate it. Love for you guys on that. thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and celebrate with us. Also, we have some board members here. If the board members would please stand as well. We'd love to give you guys some love. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You guys continue to do great things. I'm looking forward to hearing who's going to be the winner. I've already put my vote in. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to announce who I voted for. Okay, never mind. All right. yeah, there you go. Y'all have a great day. Mr. Lamb, I'm going to kick it back over to you. Thank you guys for showing up, coming out. Awesome. Oh, wait. I would like to also thank my senior ambassadors in the back. Yeah. Give them some love. Give them some love for showing up. As we walked in the door, they were so excited not to be on stage, not to have to do this. They sat in your seat last year, so you see the Blazers. Amazing job. Continue to do great things, senior ambassadors. Continue to lead the way, be a great example. So great job. Awesome. Back to you, Mr. Wayne.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we do our final totals, we're going to do a quick break. Judges are tallying up the final scores. We're going to come back. We're going to give you the people's choice, and we're going to give you the winners of today's showcase. We also definitely will allow an opportunity for you to invest in these young people. So before we take this break, I do want you to consider every one of these young people will be experiencing a service abroad trip, right? They've done some amazing things over the last few months to build their funds, okay? They're almost there. It's a few, but we as a cohort, we won't ever leave anyone behind. So we're going to give one more push kind of as a cohort to get everybody, not only our Charlotte teams, but our Atlanta teams to their respective places. We've got a group that's going to Belize. Any Belize in the room? Yeah. This group, you listen, they're going to go there. We're building a house for a single mom of 4 who lost her house in the hurricane. So right now, we are already moving the dirt for the foundation. So when we get there, we'll start doing the walls and sheetrock and things of that nature. We've got 3 different groups going there. So we've got one group will go early, which is just the first group. We got another group that'll go and they'll be doing the final touches, right? We got another group that's going to Jamaica. Where am I, Jamaica? There you go. Okay, so we're going back to Jamaica. Our senior ambassadors did their Jamaica trip where we served over 600 families were able to wash their feet, give them new shoes. We painted a church. We put in a computer lab. Y'all, we're returning to those places to make a bigger impact. So if you're interested in supporting our young people reaching their goals as a cohort, please QR, scan that in and feel free to donate. We need your help. Our audience is virtual. We need you. Let's get over this mark. Let's do it today. With this, we're going to take a 2-minute break and come back and announce the winners. 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm supposed to run up front and get the QR code. Ain't nobody run up front scanning that.
Is that your camera?
Yes, sir.
You're a videographer as well?
Yes, sir.
You shoot film? Movies?
Not yet. Actually, if you want to talk about that, these are the guys you want to talk
Erica P, EP, where are you? Erica Plowden. Erica? All right, if you would, go ahead and make your way back to your seats.
Ready?
I know everybody breathing all heavy. Get your seats. Let's go ahead and announce these winners in just a moment. Take your seats, please. All right, there we go. So look, they are still tabulating for People's Choice, but it looks like who to be the lead right now. I know y'all still voting, but as of the tally right now, and that's what we got to go with. Okay, the People's Choice Award goes to team number 3. Stand up 3, take a bow, wave at the folks. Team number 3 with the People's Choice Award. I know folks still voting. We got what? Somebody said they demand a recount. Stop that. That was the People's Choice. Now, coaches, I'm excited about where we are and get to announce it. We're going to give you the 3rd place winner. Again, this is the tally of the prepared speeches, the tally including the impromptu speeches in the final round. Okay. 3rd place team for this year's Toastmasters for our junior ambassadors. Make sure I look at it twice. I don't want to do who is that?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. I am a Steve Harvey. I'm gonna get it right. All right, I got it. All right. 3rd place team for this year's Toastmasters is team number 4. Team number 4, stand up and wave at us. Where are you? There they are. Great job, team number 4. All right, here we go. We're gonna keep it moving. 2nd place, this year's Toastmasters for the YBLA Junior Ambassadors, 2nd place, team number 3. Congratulations, team number 3. Yeah, they got People's Choice and 2nd place. So 1st place. 1st place. Coaches. 1st place. Per the tally of our judges. Winners. Oh, it is money. This is a scholarship. So every member of this team earns $1,000 in their scholarship bank per member of the winning team. That ain't for a team, that's per member of the winning team. And I have 1st place being for YBLA 2023 Junior Ambassador Toastmasters. The final component of I could do this forever. Listen, okay. You know I gotta take my glasses off to see. You can see that? You think that's right? That's right. Well, let's go with it. Let's announce it. The winner, the 1st place winner of this year's Toastmasters for our junior ambassadors is team number 2. Team 2, congratulations. Team 2, $1,000 for every member of Team 2 for this year's Junior Ambassador Toastmasters. Congratulations. We celebrate with you. Congratulations. You got money in the bank. You all, thank you. Listen, we're going to wrap it up. We've got certificates here. You completed the Toastmasters certification. Ms. Wanda has the certifications, your certificates right here. They came in on time. Y'all, so we're excited to give you your certificates today. This should go on your resume. Toastmaster certified. Okay? We're going to get these certificates. We're all going to come up here. Everybody, we're going to take pictures. Then we're going to go back there. We're going to eat cake. We're going to put these chairs back and these tables back because y'all ain't going to leave Coach Land here like that. We're going to do that, and then we're going to get out of here. Everybody got that? So we're going to bring up, we're going to do pictures, right? Chairs, put away, cake, and get out of here. We got to get your certificates. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say thank you so much for your time spent with us, your investment that you're making in YBLA and into your child in particular. We appreciate you. Thank you for entrusting us with such wonderful children. Believe you me, we love every bit of it. And as we say at YBLA, we build leaders. Good afternoon, everybody. Ambassadors, come on up for the pictures, please. Ambassadors, up front, real quick. I know your fans want your autograph and all that. Real quick, up here. Tallest people on the camera and sharp shot. I want you here in the middle. Shorter folks, Quinlan, where are you at? Anybody Quinlan's height or shorter? Come up on this stage. Anybody's pulling tight. Maya Brindley, come up on this stage. Cam, I want you right here in the middle. Tyler, here. Young ladies, yeah, shorter folks on the stage, shorter people on the stage.